Go tracks, learn the rest of 8th block cooking. I got a new recipe for you guys coming today. We are gonna have some green bean casserole coming from the back of this French's crisp fried onions. All right. So what it calls for is 1 can of cream of mushroom, 3/4 cup of milk. We need 1/8 tablespoon of black pepper. We're gonna need this nice big box of fried onions, and then 4 cups of canned green beans. And then we also have our trays that would be keeping everything in. So we got right here that we're going to be cooking in, and here's how we're going to measure things out for the milk. So first off, we're going to be mixing the cream of mushrooms in here. So let's get that in here. Then we're going to be putting the milk in, 3/4 of a cup. So let's get that in. And let's make sure we have the right measurements. Make sure it's perfect. Get an eye level to it to make sure it's completely right. All right, we got 3/4 of a cup of milk. We're going to put that right on in there. Next, we're going to take our black pepper, and it said 1/8 of a tablespoon, which, you know, we can measure out, or we can just make sure it looks nice and easy, because you can never go wrong with enough black pepper. Alright, so then we're going to mix this all together, make sure it's nice and even first. Just a little bit of mixing, break things up, you know, nothing too much, just make sure it's nice and even. Okay, so next we're going to be getting the green beans and pouring them in. But before we do that, we have to drain the green beans, because we don't want the green bean liquid in there. So we're going to partially take off the cap, and we're going to drain away all the green bean juices in it. All right, make sure it's nice and drained. And we're going to take the full of the lid off, and we're going to pour all the green beans in here, nice and even. Then I already pre-drained this other one, so we're going to take off the lid, and we're going to put these green beans also in here. And then we're going to mix it all together again.
Okay.
Alright, so next we're going to be taking the onions here, and we're going to be putting 2/3 of this in. So let's open up the container, get through our little freshness seal here, make sure it's nice. There's our fried onions right there. So we're going to take about 2/3 of it, and we're going to pour it right on in. Make sure we don't use all of it though, we're going to want to save some for later. So we have about 2/3 in here, and then we're going to save the rest for after the cooking. So we're going to mix these all in. Don't try to lose too many over the sides of the dishes, unlike me. Alright, so next we're going to have to preheat the oven we're going to have to put it on to 350, so we're going to do that, and boom, 350. Alright, and then next we're going to take our green bean casserole, and we're going to put in for 35 minutes. And boom. There you go. Now next, while you have the time it's cooking in, you're going to want to clean up your workspace so you don't have things laying around that could make a mess. Okay, so the food's about to be ready, so in a few seconds the oven's going to go off. There we go. So we're going to turn off the timer, but keep the oven on because we will be putting this back in momentarily. So we're going to take this out. And we're going to set it right here on the hot pad. Close our oven. And then now we're going to take the remaining onions that we have, and we're going to spread them out on top of here. Nice and evenly. Make sure it's nice and even. We want a nice layer of onions on top. Looking to get nice and crispy. Alright, so now that they're nice and evenly layered, we're going to put it back in the oven for 5 minutes. So we're gonna open up the oven, pull out the tray, and we're gonna throw it back in. Now wait, we're gonna make a twisted avocado salad. Pour in the lettuce, and then we're gonna open up our bag of little ingredients that go along with it. We got some corn and some chip flakes. So we're gonna open this up here as well. Pour it in. All right, there we go. We got our cheese. We're gonna open up our cheese. Of course, if this is not enough Parmesan cheese for you, you can always add more Parmesan cheese, like I will probably after this. And then we got the best part of it, the avocado sauce. The guacamole group from the first time would know great guacamole to add to this. So we're gonna put it in here, and we're gonna realize we cut the hole too small, but that doesn't matter. There we go, we got all the guacamole out, and then we just mix the salad together, and then there you go, you got a salad. Alright, now that our timer has gone off, we're gonna take our green bean casserole out of the oven. Grab it just like this, nice and bubbling, you know it's hot and good. Green beans on top are nice and crisp. We're gonna take our spoon, put it in, and it's ready to serve.